So we got the spoilers, and it was a little later than we usually get them, but it's fine because it turns out that the rumors were true. I mean, there was like a lot of fake spoilers out there, of course, but surprisingly, they weren't too far off from what's apparently happening in this chapter. So the title of the chapter is Key Performer. In the cover color spread, the Straw Hat crew is walking through a dense forest looking for adventures. While he's gradually moving Onigashima away from the capital, Momonosuke hears that someone calls him. So this someone, I'm assuming it's gotta be Zunisha, right? I mean, he showed up 2 chapters back and we didn't really touch on him in the previous chapter, and I guess we're still not kind of touching on him in this one, maybe? Since he's just hearing Zunisha and it's not pointed out that it is Zunisha. Then again, I also think that these spoilers might not be fully revealing everything, or at least Readon, the leak provider, isn't, because he says, I only tell you one thing. I don't know what that means, but this chapter might even be more substantial than it already appears to be. But regardless, Zunisha talking to Momonosuke kind of has to happen because Zunisha is going to have like a couple huge moments in this last couple chapters of this arc. And I say that because I'm pretty sure we're coming to the end of Wano here. And I know that sounds weird because we've been here since 2018? Yeah, I guess we have been here that long. Because I was thinking back, like, when Wano started, like, where was I? And I was like, oh my god, my life was so different when Wano started. But if you haven't been following my coverage of the spoilers, I'm pretty sure, or at least according to the one above all, Uteron, that either the Flower Capital or Onigashima is going to catch fire. And if Oda is doing what he's doing, like many other mangas do, he's borrowing from existing lore, and the existing lore dictates that there's going to be like a massive fire and that an elephant is going to put it out or something. So the elephant is obviously going to be Zunisha here. And I'm assuming that after this inevitably happens, Momonosuke is going to give him instructions to do the elephant water spray thing. I mean, it is kind of set up that there's going to be some kind of fiery thing that happens, because Yamato was dealing with one of many ticking clocks in the previous chapter trying to put out that fire demon thing, and she like froze the bombs, but it was, I don't know, kind of implied that maybe it's not going to necessarily work out. But aside from Zunisha just doing the water stuff, just him having Zo and just him being there is super important to the story. Wano and Zo kind of have to come together, and as a result, we're going to get tons of exposition, which I'm really looking forward to. And also, Zunisha might grab that big sword that's on Onigashima, you know, with his trunk, and then, you know, just start wrecking people, because that's, you know, mythology too. Kid-in-Law's latest attacks broke some Big Mom's bones. She recovers thanks to the soul fruit. Alright, why not? Just, yeah. But in the previous chapter, we saw Big Mom, like, taking it to Kid-in-Law and almost straight up defeated them until like at the last second, Law got up and he was like, nah, how about Kroom? And then he put his extendo sword up in her and gave her a shock will that really messed her up. I mean, even Big Mom was like, no, not that. So you know that this is a pretty serious attack. But then her I-beam homies started to gang up on Law in retaliation, but as kind of foreseen, Kid magnetically pulled them to himself and formed like this huge metal bull thing, the Punk Corna Dio. That's right, but it was me, Dio. And he seemingly hit her with the same kind of effectiveness that Law did, only on an external level. And it ended with them saying like, hey, we'd rather die than let you go to the roof. And that's where we're coming to now, with Big Mom just getting up and healing herself with soul fruit. Law makes a last big attack with all energies he has left. The attack is so powerful that it even affects the island of Wano. Wow, I cannot wait to see what Law is doing here. I guess this is like his maximum technique, like if you follow Jujutsu Kaisen. Or this could just be like the peak of the Ope Ope no Mi, aside from the perpetual youth surgery. Despite Law's attack, Big Mom is still standing, and challenges Kid. Oh, I just love how much of a tank she is and like how unapologetic about it, but also how she can like take it as much as she can give it and welcomes it at the same time. Big Mom says, "Do you think you can defeat me? I'm Big Mom." And then Kid reveals his trump card and attacks Big Mom with an electromagnetic cannon. Law then says, "Your era ends here." And then that's when Zhoniin said, "I only tell you one thing." So I don't think that's where the chapter ends, maybe, or if it is, that could be the end of Big Mom, because we could possibly be seeing Kid's maximum technique here, or just the peak of his fruit. And this electromagnetic cannon, I'm guessing, is gonna look like a Kamehameha from Dragon Ball. And if this is Big Mom being defeated, totally makes sense to me, because like I said, Kid and Law have to defeat Big Mom here, and it has to be like a joint effort. Like Law hitting her with his ultimate and then Kid right after. So it's like, you know, the old classic left hook and then pow! But going back to them having to defeat her, it's because they have to be acknowledged as like the Yonkos coming out of this arc. Like I'm pretty positive that when Wano is over, the world government is going to reestablish who the emperors are, and it's going to be Blackbeard, Shanks, Luffy, Kid, and Law. So I guess it'll be the Goko or whatever. And I've been saying that because, you know, it was kind of set up in Sabaody that these guys were going to be emperors. And I'm sure some people are gonna be upset about this, but it like kind of had to happen. And also they have like the same amount of reasoning for defeating a Yonko as Luffy does. Although when Luffy defeats Kaido, it's going to be so much more cooler than this. I mean, this is awesome, of course, but it's just going to be cooler in a different way, because once Luffy uses his Devil Fruit Awakening on Kaido, he's going to be the way that Luffy was when he first ate his fruit. You know, basically useless and all floppy. And also it's going to be revealed that the rubber fruit is actually not the rubber fruit, but it's actually like the oil fruit or something. And then Kaido is going to be engulfed in flames of the fire that I guess Tanjiro and Orochi started, or by extension he himself started. So he's going to have like a worse death than Oden, which is very fitting. I kind of wanted Kaido to live, but I mean, he kind of has to die. He's committed some serious war crimes that he's not really sorry about. But yeah, let me know what you think about these spoilers in the comments. Do you think that this is the end for Big Mom, or do you think she's just gonna get up and then defeat Kid and Law and then go help Kaido beat Luffy and then Luffy beats both of them? I mean, that's so unlikely. It's not like this is like Dragon Ball or something. Stuff like that's unlikely to happen. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think both Kid and Law will be recognized as official emperors, or maybe just Kid, maybe just Law? Let me know. And if you liked it, I guess just subscribe, guys. And have a great day. See you next one.